Whenever we do a La Creuset Today's Special Value, it is special. The value is there. But this is like a extra cool version of a Le Creuset Today's Special Value because we are giving you a Dutch oven that is only here. You can find Le Creuset in some of the fanciest, the nicest home and kitchen boutiques and department stores in the country. But only we have this big 8-quart oval Dutch oven. It's only available here. We have it for some months that no one else can get it, but when it does go to retail, expect it to be around $460. With that lid, we are doing it for $299. 5 easy payments of $60, and this is going to be perfect for you if you want to braise or fry, do soups, stews, comfort food. It's everything you love about Le Creuset, but with a bigger capacity. And as we head into the holidays, this is when you're going to want this, because as I heard David Venerable say earlier, you can cook a small amount in a big vessel, but you can't cook a big amount in a smaller vessel. So even if it's just you or one other person you're cooking for, you'll be able to use this. But when you're cooking for a crowd, you will be so glad you have it. I want to take you through the colors. This is the beautiful Marseille. It's that gorgeous, gorgeous blue, but only 1,200 available. That is it. Here's the flame. I love that flame. We brought in 1,100. We have 500 remaining. See how notice it's like almost is like this beautiful kind of corally red, and then it goes right into that pop of orange. So pretty. White. We don't do a lot of white Le Creuset. You'll see it throughout this hour, but if you love the white, this is your day to shop for it. Here's the gorgeous oyster. So pretty. We brought in 2,400. We only have 850 remaining, and I love how it kind of ombres from the deepest kind of charcoal to this lovely softer gray. Here is the cerise, and this is that classic means cherry in French, this beautiful red. This is the artichoke, which is the green, and it's really kind of like almost like this gorgeous blue green. I think it's stunning. Now, sea salt. Everybody wants that sea salt. We just sold out of sea salt in our stoneware. Our sea salt in our today's special value is already half gone. Okay, now we had mauve, but it has sold out. If you want to go to QVC.com, you can check the entire brand of Le Creuset and see other things in that mauve. Okay, so you guys have so many great pieces. What was it that made the Le Creuset team, but also the QVC team in collaboration, say this should be our big wow today's special value as we go into holiday?
Well, first and foremost, you are getting everything that we've been known for 100 years, making these in the same factory since 1925. You get the heat retention of cast iron for delicious flavor. You get the proprietary enamel to release and for that easy maintenance. You can see here the oval Dutch oven, that iconic perfected design with the lid in the base, crafted from that enameled cast iron that holds onto heat and releases food like no other material out there. Ready to use. You don't have to season it. You don't have to worry about soaking it or putting it in the dishwasher. It's safe for all of that. And then the oval shape is going to give you increased versatility compared to our round shapes as well, because you'll see we added capacity by extending it into an oval instead of going higher where you have to stack food up and then you don't have as much room to sear on this. This will allow you to do chuck roast, to do chickens, to do turkeys, to do long-tied pork roast, whole fish in here as well. This shape really is very, very versatile, and it's going to give you the same heat retention that cast iron is known for, the same proprietary enamel we've been known for almost 100 years, and the same smiles, full bellies, and delicious food that everybody that's ever used Le Creuset
Neil, this is just a coincidence. It wasn't because of the today's special value, but just last night I made like a simple bean soup.
I love it.
And I made it in my oval, but my oval has a much smaller capacity. It's fine when I was just cooking for like 3 of us at home, but when I've cooked, I make a minestrone around, like on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
It's always been a little too small for like maybe serving like 8-10 people. This is the same oval, but it is the largest capacity we have ever done as a today's special value. I'm ordering this because I know how much I love the oval, but sometimes I want it just a little bigger. So here it is. 5 easy payments of $60. When this gets to retail, it will be $260 more. And I say when, because there's no other place right now that has this. You could have launched anywhere in the world, and you launched this here with us.
You got it. And I love the capacity because it's not just for filling it up to the top. That capacity does a lot of different things for you. You can see how much space we have in the bottom of this. That's how we get the beautiful brown
Oh, that's
sear
right.
on this chuck roast. If you crowd your pan too much, you're gonna steam it, you're gonna get gray meat that's tough, you're not gonna develop that beautiful brown flavor. So not only does the heat retention of cast iron give you this beautiful brown, delicious fond on the bottom of the pan, but the space of the oval allows you to sear more things without pulling them out of the vessel as often. And you can see right in the bottom, this is actually the way the cast iron is supposed to work. You want to develop that brown, delicious fond on the bottom of the pan by searing it. It's going to be stuck to that enamel, but the magic happens when we deglaze. So here comes the bourguignon port of beef bourguignon. It's burgundy red wine right into this vessel, and I will go back and fill it up with
Smells
some
so
beef
good.
stock and get it full to make the stew. But I just want to demonstrate how this works. The red wine on the bottom is already releasing all of the brown flavor, all of the delicious bits of fond on the bottom of the pan. You don't have to worry about scrubbing those out later. That's where the enamel comes in.
Do you know what? That actually is exactly what happened to me last night. And every time I make a lot of soups, every time I make a soup in my Le Creuset, I'm so happy that I did that investment one time because I've now been using it for
Absolutely.
years. And can I tell you, I had all of my, what do they call that? The mirepoix? What do they call it?
Mirepoix,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I had like the celery, the onions, the carrots, the garlic. And it did look like that, like all brown. When it came time last night to put the leftovers in my lock and lock and wash this, I literally just rinsed it out. Now mine is the smaller version of this. I'm getting this one. But I'm telling you, like, all you have to do is rinse it out. It is so easy to clean Le Creuset. Hey, guess what?
What's that?
We are over half gone now.
Come
for
on,
the entire
already?
day. Yes, I'm going to take everybody through the colors, and then we're going to keep showing you how you can work this into your life. So you can use this if you just want to cook like 2 steaks in here. You'll be so happy with it. But if you're cooking for a crowd, you will truly love it. The largest capacity Le Creuset we've ever done is a today's special value. So here it is in Marseille, that beautiful French blue. This is the flame. That is now our most limited. And this flame, this is your classic color, right?
Iconic
The
color
original
inspired by the
color.
molten cast iron that comes out of the crucible.
Love it. Okay, white. We almost never do white, do we? Like, I'm trying to think in today's special values in the past, I don't remember presenting white.
We typically do a lot of stoneware in white. It's very popular on bridal registries, but it's becoming more and more popular in our cast iron assortment too. It makes the food look amazing against that bright white.
Now, I love this oyster. I just think if you're someone who wants to keep this out because this is aspirational and inspirational cookware, if this is something you're gonna keep on your stove, I just think the oyster looks so, so pretty. We brought in 2,400. We only have 800 remaining. I might be buying mine in the flame though. The cerise. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the cerise, excuse me, we just did the flame. The cerise, I love how it starts as almost like a burgundy and then kind of just goes to that bright cherry red, and cerise does mean cherry. I'm thinking about how pretty this will look like even in the holidays sitting on my stovetop. Here's the artichoke, absolutely gorgeous, love this color, and then we have it available in the sea salt, which has been very, very, very popular, well over half gone. All right, Neil, I'm gonna ask you the big question that I think probably people at home might be thinking. I think there's people who are saying to themselves, I've never spent $2.99 on a piece of cookware before. Is Le Creuset worth it? What makes it so different? I mean, I've got thoughts on that,
Well,
but I'd love to hear from you.
Number one, it just makes cooking so much easier because it gives people confidence in cooking. From the flavor to the ease of use, which is definitely derived by our enamel. You're seeing this right now. That base coat seals everything. Even the rims of the lip and the lid here are fully coated. The sand enamel interior releases food so easily, and like you said, is so easy to clean. Multiple coats of colored enamel on the outside. Again, we were the first company to ever put colored enamel on cookware. It looks beautiful, but it's so durable. That enamel is a ground glass frit that melts onto the cast iron.
Yeah.
It's not just paint that we spray on it and let dry. It provides durability, a lifetime warranty. It looks so beautiful when you come to the table. But here's really what it's for.
Look at this.
Is the delicious food that comes out. So we made this Sunday gravy the same way we did that beef bourguignon. We seared off meatballs and sausage and chuck roast. We deglazed with red wine to get all of that delicious meaty flavor off the bottom of the pan. We finished with tomato product in there and let it cook low and slow for many hours. And look at how beautifully tender that is and how delicious that smells. Just a couple ladles of that over noodles is enough to feed 4, 5, 6 people.
Meal, right?
And look how much we have in here. So that is what you're getting when you buy this vessel. You're getting the tender texture. You're getting the delicious flavor. You're getting the confidence that when you open the lid to this vessel, everyone at the table is gonna go, ooh, ah, when you open it. And of course, when they taste it as well.
You know, many years ago, and I'm talking about in my like late 20s, maybe early 30s, I always wanted to have a piece of Le Creuset, but I couldn't afford it. So I would buy, and it was before I worked at QVC, there was no easy pay for me in that point. But you know what? So I would buy knockoffs, lesser brands that try and look like Le Creuset. I don't own any of it now. I don't own any of it now. It wasn't as good. It was harder to clean. I got rid of it. I donated it.
You end up buying that over and over and over again throughout the years.
That's right. Many, many years ago, I bought my first Le Creuset here at QVC. Do you know I still have it? I still pull it out all the time, and I absolutely love it. You buy really good once, and you never have to buy it again. This becomes generational cookware. It's what you hand down to your children and your grandchildren. You can't say that about a lot of cookware. Buy good once.
It's absolutely right. And then you'll have people fighting over it, so you can give it to them and then choose a whole nother color. If you want to change the decor of your kitchen, you can do that.
Every time you use it, it's such a pleasure. It's so much nicer to use. 9,300 now ordered for the day, more than half gone. Okay, what are you making now?
This is a delicious berry and cherry cobbler. I just want to swipe so everybody can see how easily that pulls away from the white enamel interior. Nothing's gonna stain, nothing's gonna stick. We cooked the fruit down on the stovetop in this so you don't get a liquidy base. You cook it down, let it caramelize, let it come together into a nice
and it all cooked down in this white.
In this vessel, and nothing's sticking to it. Top it with the crisp topping, pop it in the oven or the broiler to get that nice crisp topping on top. Delicious, it will stay warm forever. And here's another tip. You don't have to fill this all the way up to the 8-quart top every single time you're using it. You can go half full for oven casseroles. You can go shorter than that if you're not cooking for lots of people at home, but you can't put more stuff in a smaller vessel.
It's so true. That's why I'm like, I need the bigger one.
Right.
Okay, so I know David Venable was able to go to Le Creuset in France, right? And with you, and we actually have a little bit of video to show you what it's like to travel to Le Creuset.
Let's take a look. This was so much fun. We went to the small town of Saint-Quentin. Our factory is in the, just outside of that in Frenois-le-Grand. You can see here the crucible, the molten cast iron inspiring that the flame color. Multiple pairs of craftsmen's hands touch every single piece. 16 different stations, they're inspecting it, they're polishing it, they're putting the ground coat enamel on, they're preparing it for the colored enamel in multiple coats. These things get coated in enamel and fired multiple times. That's how it becomes so durable. That's how the color lasts forever, and that's why we put that Le Creuset sticker on it before it goes in the orange box, because everybody has the confidence to do it.
All right. 400 ordered just in this show. And what color do you want? Do you want the beautiful flame or the oyster? In fact, let's go through them. Here's the Marseille, that beautiful blue. The flame, where it all began almost 100 years ago. Only 475 remain, at least for the year. I don't know when we will get this back in, and we are the only ones who have this big 8-quart with the lid right now. Here's your white, the oyster. With the oyster, we brought in 2,400 for the day. We are down to our final 800. Here's the beautiful cerise. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. The artichoke, gorgeous deeper green, and then the sea salt has been wildly popular. Over half gone in the sea salt. We only have 1,500 remaining for the year. So when I say remaining for the year, it's not like January 1st, we're all back in stock.
That's right.
We have no plans right now to get this back in anytime soon.
This is not going to be ordered again. These colors and this shape combination was ordered specifically for QVC, and it takes our factory months to produce this many vessels and this many colors for QVC, so there's not an option for us to order this again. But we, of course, will continue to come with different shapes, different colors. This 8-quart oval is one of the most used pieces. This can be an anchor to any collection. You can see here, number one, beautiful sear on this chuck roast, right? That's what David was calling meat candy earlier. That is just seasoning and the cast iron developing delicious flavor.
And this is why the oval, right? It's not about how tall the 8-quart is. It's about the oval design and the space, the square inches in the bottom.
Absolutely. And so this is one of the recipes that comes in the booklet. This is Chuck is going to braise low and slow and then shred into some delicious sandwiches, but we're not filling it all the way up with liquid. When you're braising something like this, you want to get a nice sear on it to develop flavor. You want to put a little bit of liquid in the bottom, about halfway up, just so you can cook that chuck down. It's an inexpensive piece of meat. There's lots of connective tissue in there, but that's where the goodness is, because if you cook it low and slow, that connective tissue turns into that rich,